subscribe, and hit the bell. In the heart of a quaint countryside, nestled among rolling hills and whispering pines, lived a man named William. He was a hard-working and honest individual, known throughout the village for his kindness and dedication to his family. His life was content, filled with the love of his wife, Eleanor, and their shared dreams of a harmonious future. William came from a family that had modest wealth, a legacy passed down through generations. This inheritance was not just a bundle of riches. It represented the sweat and toil of his ancestors, a symbol of their perseverance and determination. The inheritance had grown over time, tucked away in a trust fund, waiting for the right moment to be utilized. Eleanor was a woman of grace and charm, her beauty rivaled only by the compassion that radiated from her heart. When she and William had first met, their connection was instant. They fell in love and embarked on a journey of marriage that was, for the most part, blissful. They built a life together, a home filled with laughter and shared dreams. However, as with any relationship, challenges were inevitable. As the years went by, the topic of William's inheritance began to cast a shadow over their happiness. It was a subject rarely broached between them, an unspoken agreement that left a chasm of misunderstanding in its wake. Eleanor had always known about the inheritance, but as the weight of their responsibilities grew, so did her curiosity about what the inheritance could provide for their future. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and cast a warm glow over the landscape, Eleanor broached the subject with a hint of trepidation in her voice. "William," she began, "I've been thinking. Our dreams, our aspirations, they could all be realized with the help of your inheritance." William looked at her with a mixture of surprise and concern. He had hoped that Eleanor would understand the sentimental value attached to the inheritance beyond its monetary worth. "Eleanor," he replied gently, "the inheritance means more to me than just money. It's a connection to my family's history, to the sacrifices they made to provide for us. I want to honor that legacy." Eleanor, however, was blinded by the allure of what the money could bring. She yearned for grandeur, for a life of luxury that she believed the inheritance could provide. As the weeks turned into months, their conversations became more strained, their differences more pronounced. William's attachment to the inheritance grew stronger, while Eleanor's desire for a different life intensified. The once harmonious home was now filled with tension and unspoken resentment. Late one night, their pent-up frustrations erupted into a heated argument. Eleanor's voice trembled as she explained, "William, can't you see? We deserve more than what we have. The inheritance could give us a life beyond our wildest dreams." William's heart ached as he realized the depth of Eleanor's yearning. "Eleanor," he said softly, "I understand your desires, but the inheritance is not just about us. It's about preserving a legacy, about holding on to the values that have defined our family for generations." Eleanor's frustration turned to bitterness, and over time, their marriage began to unravel. The chasm between them widened, fueled by Eleanor's disappointment and William's sense of duty. Despite their love for each other, the divide became insurmountable. One fateful day, unable to bear the strain any longer, Eleanor approached William with a decision that shattered his heart. "William," she said, her voice trembling, "I can't live like this anymore. I want a life of opulence and luxury, and if you can't give me that, then I need to find it on my own." William felt as if the world had crumbled beneath his feet. He had hoped that their love could withstand any storm, but Eleanor's desire for a different life had become an irreparable wedge between them. With a heavy heart, he nodded and agreed to a separation. Their divorce was a painful process, marked by tears and regret. As they signed the papers that would legally sever their bond, William couldn't help but think about the years of love and happiness they had shared. But in the end, their differing perspectives on the inheritance had driven them apart. Years later, William found solace in the memories of their time together. He had chosen to honor his family's legacy, keeping the inheritance intact and using it to support causes that were close to his heart. Though the pain of their divorce still lingered, he found peace in knowing that he had stayed true to his values. Eleanor, on the other hand, had achieved the life of luxury she had always yearned for. Yet, beneath the veneer of opulence, she couldn't escape the emptiness that haunted her. The choices she had made had come at a high cost, severing a love that had once been pure and true. As time moved forward, the story of William and Eleanor served as a cautionary tale to those who heard it. It reminded them that material wealth, while alluring, could never replace the intangible bonds of love, respect, and shared values. And in the quiet moments of reflection, both William and Eleanor wondered if, perhaps, they could have found a way to bridge the gap between their desires and their roots, preserving their love and marriage in the process. The passage of time brought its own revelations and transformations. William and Eleanor's lives took divergent paths, each grappling with the choices they had made and the consequences that followed. For William, his commitment to his family's legacy became a source of fulfillment and purpose. The inheritance that had once been a point of contention now stood as a testament to his values and the lessons he had learned. He channeled his energy into philanthropic endeavors, supporting local initiatives and causes that resonated with the principles he held dear. As he immersed himself in giving back to his community, William found a renewed sense of connection and belonging. The relationships he forged and the lives he touched through his efforts brought him a different kind of wealth, one that was immeasurable in monetary terms. The legacy of his family lived on through his actions, a testament to the enduring power of integrity and compassion. On the other side, Eleanor's life of luxury brought her the material possessions she had desired. Yet, the void left by her fractured marriage remained unfulfilled. The extravagant parties, lavish vacations, and designer possessions were but fleeting distractions from the emptiness she felt inside. Despite the opulence that surrounded her, Eleanor couldn't shake off the haunting memories of the love she had lost. With time, Eleanor's pursuit of materialism began to lose its luster. She found herself yearning for something deeper, something that transcended material wealth. The superficiality of her world became increasingly apparent, and she started to reflect on the choices she had made. In the quiet moments of solitude, she realized that the love she had shared with William had been a treasure beyond any riches. In a twist of fate, their paths crossed again at a charity event organized by one of William's initiatives. As they stood in the midst of a crowd, their eyes met across the room. The years apart had softened their edges, and the pain of their separation seemed to give way to a sense of understanding. Both carried the weight of their decisions, and the encounter stirred emotions that had long been buried. In a corner of the room, William and Eleanor found themselves engaged in an unexpected conversation. The words flowed with a mixture of nostalgia and regret. They spoke of the dreams they had once shared, of the love that had brought them together, and of the choices that had torn them apart. There was no bitterness, only a shared acknowledgement of their mistakes, and a wistful reflection on what could have been. As they talked, Eleanor's eyes welled with tears. "William," she whispered, her voice choked with emotion, "I realize now that I was blinded by material desires. The life I thought I wanted pales in comparison to the love we once had." William looked at her with a mixture of empathy and forgiveness. "Eleanor, I too have learned that there are things more valuable than wealth. Our love, our shared values, they were the foundation of our happiness." Their reunion was bittersweet, a collision of past regrets and newfound insights. It wasn't a reconciliation in the traditional sense, but rather a closure of wounds that had festered for years. Eleanor's once insatiable hunger for wealth had been replaced by a yearning for genuine connection, and William's steadfast commitment to tradition had evolved into a broader understanding of the complexities of life. In the aftermath of their encounter, William and Eleanor chose separate paths once more. However, this time, there was a sense of acceptance and gratitude for the lessons they had learned. Their story became a poignant reminder that love, though fragile, could endure if nurtured with care and respect. And as they moved forward, their journeys were marked by a shared commitment to honoring the lessons of the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. In their own ways, William and Eleanor continued to find fulfillment, he through his philanthropy and connection to his family's legacy, and she through a redefined sense of purpose and the pursuit of meaningful relationships. Their lives, though no longer intertwined as husband and wife, served as a testament to the transformative power of self-discovery, forgiveness, and the enduring nature of love's lessons.